When a seller asks you to cut your commission, they're not actually talking about your commission. And I know that sounds backwards, but every time a seller pushes back on what you charge, one of two things just happened in that room, and neither one of them is really about the number. If you're a brand new agent and the thought of someone challenging your fee makes your stomach drop, this is going to change how you walk into every listing appointment for the rest of your career. My name is Coach K, and I've been in real estate since 2004, and I've coached agents all across the country. I specialize in helping agents that want to get to cap status, so they're cashing in on 100% of their commission checks. And in all the years of coaching, the commission conversation is still the number one that makes new agents fold faster than anything else. So let's fix it today. I had an agent I was coaching once who was discounting her commission on every single listing. Not because anyone forced her to, just because she believed cutting her rate was the only way she'd ever win the business. So early on, I asked her a simple question. And I said, are there agents out there charging more than you and still getting hired? She said, yeah, of course. So I asked her, what's the difference between them and you? And she didn't have the answer. That silence told me everything, because when an agent can't answer that one question, it's only ever one of two things. Either she didn't know how to show a seller the real value of a great listing agent, or somewhere down deep, she didn't believe she was worth a full commission in the first place. So we went to work on both. It took some time, but we got her to the point where she was asking for a full fee and getting it. Here's the whole point of this video. When a seller asks you to cut your commission, they are almost never actually talking about your commission. They're telling you something. And if you learn to hear it, you'll never panic in that moment again. So let's start with exactly what to do when it happens. The words, the moves, in order. Then I'll give you the mindset underneath it, because the words don't work without it. Move number one. When the seller asks you, can you do anything about your commission? Do not flinch. Do not fold. The worst thing you can do is start negotiating against yourself. And you know the move. You'll say something like, well, maybe I can come down 0.5%. Just stop. The second you do that, you've proven their point for them. Move number two, stay calm and get a little curious. Now, I know you've probably seen this version online where the agent smirks and says something like, is that a test? And for a seasoned agent with reps, that can land. But if you're brand new, that line comes off cocky and you'll feel like you're putting on a show. So here's the same move, but softer. You smile and you simply say, that's a fair thing to ask. Before I answer it, can I ask you something? No joke, no flinch, just calm and curious. And notice what just happened in that one sentence. A second ago, the seller was running the conversation and you were on defense. The moment you ask to ask a question, you take the wheel back, because the person asking the questions is always the one steering the conversation. You're back in the driver's seat, and you got there without being a jerk about it. So let's use that. Here's the next question you can ask. Move number three is about asking the question that does the real work. Whoever you hire, me or anybody else, you'd want them to be a strong negotiator for you, right? Someone who's going to fight for every dollar on your behalf. And the seller is going to obviously say, yes, of course. They have to. Nobody says that they want a weak negotiator selling their house. All right, move number four. This is where you bring it home gently and not as a gotcha. You just simply say this. Here's the only reason I don't drop my fee the second you ask. If I caved on my own number that fast, I'd be showing you exactly how I'd handle a buyer who asks me to go down on your price. I hold my number because I'm going to hold yours. And then you stop talking. The silence isn't awkward. It's the sound of a seller realizing the commission was the negotiation, and you just won it without dropping a dollar. Now, here's the part I really want you to get. Anytime a seller questions your commission, one of two things is true. One, they don't see the value in paying you that much, which means somewhere in your presentation, you slipped. You didn't show them what a great listing agent actually does, so all they're left with is staring at this number. Or number two, it's got nothing to do with you and everything to do with their net. They're doing the math on what they walk away with, and your commission looks like the one thing that they can move. But here's what's also true. That's still a value problem, because if they believe paying you your full fee would put more money in their pocket, not less, they wouldn't be touching that line at all. So both roads lead back to the same place. value. If a seller is fighting you on commission, that's not a signal to drop your price. It's a signal to go back and look at your presentation because somewhere in there, the value didn't land. Now, I already know what some of you are thinking. Coach, that sounds great, but I'm brand new and I need a deal. I'd probably cave. And you know what? You might. And if you do, that's okay. It's gonna happen, and it doesn't make you a bad agent. It makes you a new one. Caving on commission early is part of the road for a lot of good agents. That's feedback, not failure. But here's what I want you to sit with. There are a lot of agents out there, plenty of them, who do not cave, who get the full fee every time. So the question isn't whether you're allowed to fumble this early, because you are. The question rather, what do you need to do to build up so you don't have to? What's missing in your presentation? What's missing in your scripting? And what do you need to believe about your own self-worth so that when that moment comes, you hold the line instead of folding? So here's your road move for this week. Before your next listing appointment, write down in plain words the 3 biggest things you do for a seller that a discount agent won't. Not features, real outcomes. More money at closing, fewer headaches, a cleaner deal. Practice saying them out loud until they're automatic, because the agent who can answer what's the difference between you and them without blinking is the agent who never has to discount. If you got something out of this, share it with another agent who is about to walk into their first listing appointment. They might need to hear this as well. Now, if you are interested in one-on-one coaching and support as you're growing your business and you want to know how you can access it all for free, I have a link in the description below where we can jump on a call, talk about your business and how you can access our free coaching community. While on that call, you can ask me everything about the training platform and see if it's the right fit for you. And if you're not ready for that yet, that's okay as well. Come find me when you are. In the meantime, make sure that you have liked this video and subscribed to the channel so you can continue to take advantage of all the free content that we post here. Lastly, if you're just getting started or you feel like you're spinning your wheels and you want a clear place to begin, watch this video next. It's called If I Started Real Estate from Zero. That's the video where I walk you through exactly what I would do if I had to start all over again today from nothing. It's the roadmap I'd run myself. Now, I'm Coach K. I'll see you in the next video.